All right, welcome to the thefranchise.ca. Derek Long here with picking UFC 116. Unfortunately, didn't do too good on my last picks. Ended up going 4-7 and 1-15. So I figured I'd get a little help. UFC fighter himself, TJ Grant. Always a pleasure having you on. So before we start off, how's everything going right now?
Things are going good right now. I'm kind of not really sure when I'm fighting. Been training pretty hard. Just keeping with it because you're gonna get that phone call and just want to be ready. And I'm always trying to get better.
All right, though, that's always good to hear. So hopefully we'll be hearing really short in the future who the next opponent is going to be. So
yeah, I thought I'd know already, but
again, things are very busy right now too. So
yeah, there's a lot of cards and they're really busy. There's the summer seems like they've already booked up everything. So yeah. I think the earliest is going to be September or October. Personally, that's what I think. But you never know.
But one more thing before we break the card. Obviously, the UFC is kind of doing more big development thing with Canada with now Tom Wright's heading to Canadian operations. Have you been in contact with him at all? What's been going on with that? Because I know they've been talking about wanting to bring more shows across the country.
No, I haven't. No, but I hope there's a lot more shows. It's cool that WC came to Edmonton and something like that, or fight night. I think would be great. Halifax, I would love to fight in it. Whatever. I'll fight wherever I can, but if I get to fight in Canada anytime I get to fight here, I love it.
Exactly. All right, so let's break down this card, or at least the main portion of the card. So obviously, we got the huge main event, Brock Lesnar making his return against undefeated Shane Carwin for the undisputed heavyweight title. Now, coming in here the last couple of days, I've been reading that Randy Couture's been coming in. He's been training with Lesnar, saying that he's like miles ahead going to this card. But then again, he's coming off the health problems. Like, what are your thoughts going for this fight?
Lesnar seems like he's a different animal than Shane Carwin. Just I think like he's, I think he might be bigger and stronger and faster, and that's kind of what I thought going in. But Carwin's pretty impressive. Like every time he's fought anyone, arm punches knocked out Mir. Arm punches knocked out every single guy. That guy hits so hard. So it's gonna be a close fight. I think Lesnar can win, and he might win. I think he's strong. I would go 60-40 Lesnar, but Carwin, 12 knockouts, 12 first-round knockouts, that's crazy. So it's going to be a good fight.
Yeah, I've been wondering with the health myself with Carwin, because obviously he's been going crazy, but again, if you get the Randy Couture seal of approval, I'm kind of leaning more towards Brock in this one. Although yeah. I do see this fight ending quick. I'm not sure about you, but I do have Lesnar. Yeah,
and I wonder what's going to happen if it goes long distance. How are those two guys? Because they're both huge guys, and they're going to be in great shape. But obviously, when you're both close to 300 pounds, it's going to be a little bit slower after the first few minutes. So it's going to be interesting to see. And it's actually one of those fights. My brother's getting married that night, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to watch it live, but I really want to. I'm really interested in it.
Well, same here. I'm actually going camping.
I'll put my money on Lesnar, but it's I don't know, man. Yes. I hope Carwin wins.
Yeah, I've got him in the same route. I am picking Lesnar, but hopefully Carwin. But again, we'll see. But now the co-main event, has been switched up. Has been official that Chris Leben will replace Vanderlei Silva, who's now out with broken limbs. He's going against Yoshi Akiyama, or Sexyama, as he is known. Now, he hasn't fought in a year.
Yeah.
So it's going to be really hard to judge. The ring rust is going to play effect for him.
Yeah, but it's hard to say. I think he has the advantage over Leben in most areas. They're both going to have crazy will and fighting spirit, like both of them show. Leben's ability to, absorb punishment and then come back and win fights is crazy. So it's going to be good. I think Akiyama's a better fighter. I predict he's going to win because he's been training for such a hard fight. I know that Leben just fought, but Leben, from what I heard, didn't win the first round of that fight. He just, he lands the bomb and that's it. So it's going to be a good fight to watch, but I'm going to go with Akiyama. Yeah,
I'm going with Akiyama. Well, again, Leben, he is coming off. This is going to be a 2-week period, so luckily for him, he came over to this fight uninjured, unscathed, but Leben pretty much got knocked around the first round. But Simpson, whose gas tank he's had problems with this in the past, and that's pretty much what cost him. Leben was able to capitalize.
Leben's a warrior, and he just, he stays in the fight. He's never out of it, and he has that ability to take punishment, and he can give it even better, so.
And it's going to be bad because there's probably going to be some good underdog money on Leben going into this fight. But
yeah, why not throw a bet down? He's always got a chance. He's a good fighter, and he's got a lot of power, so maybe I might invest a little money on him.
But no, the one I'm really excited for now, this is going to be the fight. This should be fight of the night right here. Now, obviously, you know Matt Brown a little bit. He's going to be going against Chris Lytle. Sorry.
Yeah.
Obviously, you've trained with Matt Brown in the past.
Actually, I've never trained with him.
Oh, I thought you said you did one time.
No, we used to train at George Gurgel's, and we were part of the same team. I think he's training more in Vegas, and when he goes home, he trains there. But I've never met him, but I watched him fight before, and I watched Lytle fight. And those guys are both like crazy. They're gonna go out there and beat the shit out of each other. And I'm actually looking forward to that fight. I always look forward to Lytle fight. He's a guy I'd like to fight because you just go out there and you can smile. There's no pressure. You're just gonna go out there and have a great fight with somebody, and that's. I think both guys kind of have that same attitude. I really want to see it. On the ground, I'm going to say, I think if Lytle's smart and he takes it to the ground, he's going to win. But if he stands up, I think Matt Brown's going to have the power, and he's going to have, and Lytle holds his hands low, and those kicks come high and fast, and Brown's been looking really good. So Lytle should take him down. If he takes him down, he's got it. If he stands up, I think Brown's going to...
Yeah, I was kind of thinking the same thing myself now. Brown's last fight against Ricardo Almeida, UFC 111, well, mind you, Almeida's a great BJJ black belt, but Matt Brown was pretty much defenseless on the ground, and Lytle, even though we'd never get to see it, he's actually won a lot of his fights by submission, but I find what we see with him in the UFC is that he does a lot more stand and bang, but he doesn't seem to have that knockout power. Now, I know he was an ex-boxer, so he's very good with the combinations going in the fights.
And he does have power, but yeah, I think sometimes he looks too hard for the knockout, and he's always looking for the knockout bonus or the fight of the night bonus, and I think that kind of... I think he's a really good fighter. I think if he was to mix it up more, he might even have a better UFC record. But it's going to be a good one. Matt Brown's not defenseless on the ground by any means, but I think Lytle's going to have the advantage there for sure.
Yeah, I think Lytle needs to take this fight to the ground if he wants to win. But I think he's done. I'm going to go with Brown for the knockout in this one.
Yeah, and it depends. If Lytle's smart, I think he wins. If he's not smart, I think he loses. And it's going to come down like that.
And now we're going to have a rematch here for the next one. This Krzysztof Szynski against Stefan Bonner originally took place at UFC 110. Fight ended getting stopped there. Szynski landed the headbutt on Bonner, unfortunately, kind of open, but shot the fight. Szynski still was able to get the victory on that, but both seemed pretty edgy for a rematch. So I wonder, do you find that maybe one fighter might have an advantage over the other going into this, where they've both seen each other?
Both guys are really tough. I think Szynski's a better all-around. He was winning the first fight. It was a crazy battle, but I would probably go with Szynski in the rematch. Bonner just hasn't really been all that impressive. He just seems like he doesn't, I don't know. I like watching both of them fight. It's going to be a great fight. I'm going with Szynski.
Yeah, I'm kind of going towards with Szynski myself again. Like I said, we seem to be agreeing here on everything. But no, Stefan Bonner I don't know, ever since the second Forrest Griffin fight, after he tested positive for steroids, that spark just seems to be gone from him. Like I said, especially after that fight against Mark Holt, the UFC 100 there.
Yeah,
obviously, I know you're at that card. I'm not sure if you actually got to watch that fight in the crowd.
I'm not going to talk about game plan execution, but I didn't fight good that night either. But throwing spinning kicks and stuff. The tide changed right in his favor, and I think it was the end of the first round. He was winning, and then he came out and he just started. Coleman was gassed, but then he allowed Coleman to get him down where Coleman could kind of recover and control the fight. Then eventually, Bonner ended up gassed. Bonner, he's got a lot of tools. He doesn't seem to put them together. I don't know. I'm going to go with Szynski all the way.
Yeah, I'm going same here.
Canadian boy too.
Yeah, again, you got to go with the hometown favorites.